Hey guys, so today I'm doing this look that I have here. It's something that's a little bit summery. It incorporates bright lips, pink, bright eyes. I used a lot of the MAC pigments on my eyes. Hopefully anything that I use that's limited edition is still available right now because I just bought it not too long ago. And yeah, so if you want to learn how to get this look, just keep watching. Bye! Okay, so I am applying my foundation. I am currently using my Covergirl 3-in-1 Outlast Stay Fabulous, and I am mixing together the colors Golden Tan and Soft Honey because I'm in between colors right now, and I'm just patting that on with my CVS version of a beauty blender and blending that all over my face and into my hairline. Now I'm doing my eyebrows, which you've seen me do. Same thing, brow wiz, brush it through. Fill it in any sparse areas. Nothing's really changed since. Right now I'm using the color Ebony because they were out of brunette. Fill, fill, fill. Seen this a million times. And I have something exciting to tell you about brows in either a post or a video. So now I am setting my eyebrows with light brown Maybelline single eyeshadow, just to make sure everything stays in place and that nothing smudges and that they stay there all day in place. Now I am using MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre to prime my lids to make sure that the pigments I will be using will stay all day, to enhance their color and to prevent any creasing of my eyeshadow because I do have oily eyelids. I highly recommend it when you're using pigments, whether you have oily eyelids or not, because it definitely helps them stand out and stick much better. So now I am applying Saddle by MAC, and I'm going to be put this in with a not a crease brush, my bad. It's a MAC 224 brush, and I am just using that in rainbow motions and in my outer V as well, and that's going to define my crease and differentiate my lid from my brow bone to create shape. I like this color because it's just a nice medium brown, and it's a good color, and it's not too dark, it's not too light. So just blend that in. That's the benefit of the 224 brush, is that it does lots of the blending for you. You don't have to do nearly as much, but it is better for bigger areas since it is a fluffier brush. So once you're done applying the shadow, make sure you blend it into your crease. Everything's even, and there are no harsh lines. Sorry, I was having a dance moment, sing moment. Okay, so now I'm going to be applying Rose Pigment, and that is by MAC. I'm going to be applying that with a flat top brush. Flat brush. I will get the number and put it down below, and I am using Fix Plus to adhere the makeup to my eye. So I'm just patting the color on in patting motions rather than traditional eyeshadow sweeping motions to keep the pigment on the spot, to intensify the color that is added, and to prevent or limit the number or amount of fallout that I have. Don't mind my singing, and I'm going to blend that into the saddle and then apply a bit more rose pigment to intensify the color. Still with that same brush. Adding more Fix Plus, I am putting on the other eye, exact same way I did it on the first eye, patting motions, just covering the lid, and I'm leaving the inner quarter of the eye open because I will be using a different color on the inner corner. So just gently patting that on. And blending it in. Blend, blend, blend. Making sure there's no harsh lines. And adding any extra color where I feel it is needed. So the best thing about pigments is that they're buildable, so you can use them pretty sheer, you can use them really intense. Today I was going for more intense because I really wanted that rosy, pretty color. And now finally blending again to make sure everything comes together. So now I am using Melon Pigment by MAC, and I'm going to be using that same brush, and I am going to apply the Fix Plus as well. You can use water if you like. I prefer Fix Plus. It seems like it stays longer. So I'm just applying that to the inner quarter to third of my eye. I suppose it's a third. And overlapping it a little bit over the rose pigment and patting it on in the same motion, but not getting it into the inner tear duct, just keeping it on the lid. So just keep patting to where you get that gradient effect between the melon color and the rose color. I like putting the inner corner of my eye brighter or the middle of my lid, just depending on what mood I'm in. Today it was an inner corner kind of day. And then of course blending together all of the colors to make sure you get that full gradient effect without any harsh lines. Now I'm going back in with Saddle to redefine my crease, any blending that may have blended that away. I'm going back in and putting that back so I have something to work with when I go for the next color. So now I'm going in with Tan, or Nude, excuse me, Nude by MAC. It's another pigment, and I am putting that on my brow bone. I like to highlight my brow bone, especially during the summer with like a shimmery highlight. I love shimmery shadows during the summer because I feel like in the sun they look really pretty and bright. And with this look, I really wanted to have a really shimmery brow bone, and it really pronounced. I'm curling my lashes to make sure that they are all nice and curled up and they stay up all day. Very straight lashes. And now I'm going for my super skinny eye marker by NYX, and I'm just lining my eyes with a regular winged liner that I always do. You don't have to do a wing liner, it's just a matter of preference. But that's what I like to do with my eyes. And the other eye. Some people ask why I don't put eyeliner on my bottom lower lash line. I just don't really like it there. I think it's too harsh, which is why I use eyeshadows instead. I just feel like it gives a more natural look. It looks a little more blended, and yeah. So now I'm putting on concealer, and I use MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer, and I use it in the color NW25. I use it a few shades lighter than my actual skin tone, so it highlights and brings forward that upper cheekbone area and the area underneath my eye. So I like to pat that in with my fingers and then blend it in with the sponge until it is all blended out. I prefer to use my fingers because they're warm. They move it around a little easier, and it's not as streaky as using a brush, especially with this formula because it's kind of thin. Thicker concealers, I feel like it's easier to use a brush. So just patting all that in, blending it all in together, and any excess I had, I went and just put it in anywhere my face needed it. So now I'm using a Milani blush called Corallina. It's one of their baked blushes. It's a really pretty coral color, and I'm taking a Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just brushing that on. It's one of my favorite blushes for summer. It has a little sparkle to it, so it's really pretty. And now I am taking one of the limited edition Maybelline blushes in Golden Fuse. I don't know if you can see that. And because I'm a little darker, it works really great for me as a highlight color. So that's what I'm using it for. If you're a little lighter, it might work as a blush, but I haven't tested it on lighter skin yet. So now I am just setting my under eye area with my Rimmel Stay Matte and the brush that came with my Tarte holiday palette. And I'm singing to myself. And now I am setting the rest of my face with just a big fluffy brush with the same Rimmel Stay Matte, and the color is Translucent. Just setting all my foundations so it stays put all day. and I wait till after the blush so that the blush and highlighter sticks. Now I'm going in with Rimmel's Scandaleyes Eye Kohl, and it is in the color Nude, I believe. I like using this instead of a white eyeliner in my waterline so that it looks more natural and it doesn't look too doe-eyed. Now I'm going back in with Saddle and a pencil brush, and I am lining underneath my eyes. Like I said, I do not like usually using eyeliner unless it's something I can smudge out easily, and it ties the look together with the similar colors. Now I'm going into my Vanity palette and using the darkest brown color. You can use any dark brown color, that's just what I had closest, and going over the saddle to intensify the color on the outer, probably half of my eye. And just smudging that in. Smudge, 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 blend, blend, blend. Make sure it's even. Now I'm going back in with that Maybelline blush in Golden Fuse to use as kind of a medium color to blend into what I will use in my tear duct, which is going to be Ricepaper by MAC, one of my favorite colors. I absolutely love it. It's a great highlight color as well. I'm just using that on my inner tear duct to make my eyes appear larger and brighter and make myself appear more awake. I'm just using a regular little dome stiff brush. First coat, I will be going in with Maybelline's The Rocket Mascara, and then after that, I will do a coat of L'Oreal's Telescopic. I will be using that as my final one. And then for lipstick, I am using Flamingo Pose by Milani. It's a nice bright color. It's really pretty. And on top of that, I'm going to be putting a lip gloss by Revlon, and it's a really pretty color that I forgot the name of, and I will put it on top of that to make it shiny. And other than that, I will hold still in a minute for you to see the final look, and this is what I came up for summer. I thought it was fun. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!